Hello. Hi. Welcome back to Wednesday Waffle, which is actually on a Wednesday this week. Sorry for the poor camera quality because my camera's died, so I'm recording it on my phone because I still want to get it out. If for some reason you're new here, but these videos don't do super well, for some reason YouTube doesn't like the thumbnails. I don't know what's wrong with them, but I haven't done them enough to whatever. I haven't iterated enough to make them good, but it's okay because this is going to be an iteration. Hi. This is basically where I talk about my life. I'm Grisha. I know the channel's Grigori. That's my full name. Epic. Let's go. I've got a kubush, which is like a Polish juice. It's really nice. And let's get into talking about my life and what I've learned from it. So the first thing, which I think was the most prominent thing this week, is nature. As we all know, nature is super nice, and humans are supposed to live and survive in nature, and I really like it. It's part of the reason I don't like London that much, and why I've always wanted to, for instance, go back to Siberia, which is where my mum's from, because they have really rugged, true nature, which I feel like I really miss out on here in London. And so this week and the last week, I've really been craving some of this more, I guess, wild nature, which has less boundaries, but even any nature would be nice, which isn't city nature. Because however good city nature is, people try, it's not the same. And also, we've had a spell of pretty bad weather, so it's not been the easiest to get outside either. We've had a weird ass storm, which is pretty strong. But this absence of nature has left me feeling a little bit empty. Sometimes, especially in the evenings, I've got back home and I was looking at my haiku list, and I usually have like how the day's gone. Get real. These things which are symbolizing that the end of my days really weren't that good. And I think part of that is really down because just I haven't been in nature that much. Videos, just like the one you're watching now. Because if you saw the previous video, which if you haven't, please watch it. I put more effort into that video than I have in any video for a long time. But I now kind of want to make videos. I will make videos again. And in fact, I have some pretty decent ideas. But I've been really into the whole thing. I've had a lot of ideas, and I've even been looking at analytics for this video, which people say it's demotivating to see a 6 out of 10, but I like it. I mean, obviously, I've just started, so any analytics is nice, but this 6 out of 10 just says, "Oh, I want to do better," and it's such a nice feeling because I know I can do something about it. It's not like school where I see 8 hours on the clock and I'm like, I can change that to 7. No, I can't do that. Or I see a 9 and I can't make it better than a not. Like, it's just kind of how it is. Whereas with YouTube, I feel this urge to just try and iterate and do more stuff, and it's becoming much more of a mental thing for me. And I'm really enjoying the mental process of like running around YouTube and seeing different thumbnails and different videos and different things I can do, and if I could do this with a sketch, with a film, or whether I should do a more talky video, even though I haven't uploaded anything yet or even recorded anything. Actually, no, I have recorded something. That's a lie, because I want to learn to do shorts. Kind of. So I've had these 2 ideas, right? Which I will start both of them because they're both kind of needed for what I want. One of them I'll get onto later, but the other one is about wraps, and I think it'll be for this channel, and wraps as in like the food. And so what I think I'll do is just every day make a wrap and record me making the wrap. Simple as hell. So simple, it's so easy. You can't go wrong with making a wrap. And even though the footage might not be interesting, it will teach me to edit, it will teach me to like record and stuff, and it will be interesting, if nothing else, if I upload rap shorts for like a month and then see which one does the best, analyze that one. It's just so cool. I find that such an interesting and enticing idea. And so, yeah, I've got 2 raps on my phone right now. I'm going to pop up and edit them after this video when I'm editing it. Because it's just, yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. I mean, this comes down to the question of how do I make my videos and what do I want them to be about. But the most important thing I have to remind myself of, which was so useful rewatching that video which I made, I'd forgotten that I needed to remind myself. Because now I'm reminding myself and I feel a lot better. But I need to remind myself to be an archaeologist and not an architect. If you want to learn something about this, Ali Abdul, he'll be in this corner. Yes, he'll be in this corner. he has a lot of videos about it. Next thing, part of the reason I'm feeling super duper happy is because I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. As I said, the weather's been absolutely like god awful, and so I haven't had much to do. And I realized a couple of days ago after I watched way too much YouTube that that's not going to happen. Okay, no more YouTube for a little bit. And so I pulled out my Switch for the first time in ages, and oh, I love Tears of the Kingdom. I love playing as Link, and I'm definitely going to play some more today. It's just such a, it's the same, not exactly comfortable because I feel for Link. I mean, it's definitely comfortable, but it's a, it's a nice feeling, and I really enjoy it, and it's good. And I really wanted to become like Link for a while now. It's probably the main reason I'm growing out my hair a bit, just as like a reminder of who I do want to be. And it's really good to play and feel for Link and get into this mindset of, you know, who I want to be. But also, it's a super relaxing game. And out of all the things I could do to relax, it's up there in the top 5. I just need to cut down on it a little bit so I do something else useful, but, you know, it's not super bad. This is where my second YouTube Shorts idea comes in, like Instagram Reels. I was thinking this would be an Insta because Rungni, Magnus Mitbo's brand, has an affiliate program. To get into the affiliate program, you need 500 followers on Insta, which really isn't that much. And I was wondering how I can do it. I'm infamous in my climbing circles for breaking all the betas. Like, no one knows what I'm doing, and then I lank this massive move, do a massive cut. Like, you won't know this if you're not a climber, but basically, I don't do it the intended way. And I was thinking maybe if I make an Insta for it, and I just grow it to like 5K, I learn how to do Insta, but also I have another reason to do climbing because climbing and swimming as well for me have lately been really, really not it. Climbing at Westway, the gym which I go to, I don't particularly enjoy. I don't know whether it's the setting or the people or it's just not the same atmosphere, but I haven't enjoyed it as much recently. And I think part of it is just because I've not been seeking enjoyment. I've just been seeking to, you know, climb some boulders, when in reality I should just be having some fun, really. But it would give me another reason to enjoy climbing. But swimming has also been a real drag. I didn't go at all last week because it takes time and it takes mental energy to do that. But again, I feel like it's probably because I'm not looking for something to enjoy in it. And I've done it so much now that now the novelty factor is actually coming from seeing something which is negative in it as opposed to seeing something which is positive in it, which is a super good idea. And I should write that down in case I forget it. What did I say? Novelty factor. But I think part of the reason I haven't enjoyed climbing and swimming is because I thought they take a lot of time, and you know, they do. Climbing takes me like 2 hours, but that's because I'm not disciplined. And swimming takes me on Wednesdays 2.5 hours, which is quite a lot of time. And when it's strenuous, you know, you start questioning why you're actually there and am I really making the most of it? And oh, I would like to be eating rice pudding, but it is what it is, you know. And even though in an ideal world I probably wouldn't do either of them the same way which I do them right now, it's not an ideal world. And I can work around these because unlike school, again, I can change stuff in them a lot more and I can make them more fun. So I can make the Insta for climbing, or with swimming. Yeah, I can't really do much with swimming because you're underwater. It's kind of the same thing every time. But I don't think I'll stop. Not yet. Last couple things. Exams. I'm in exam week. I'm doing my mocks, which are Q2s. And exams are pretty easy. They're pretty good. I need to revise a little bit of physics, which I've forgotten. Of course, I've forgotten because I was wrapping presents, which feels like is a pretty good trade-off. I'd rather wrap presents than do physics revision. It's not like YouTube or physics revision. It's something which has higher impact than physics revision because I'm going to do all right on physics anyway. But these exams have given me a lot of time. I've had study leave. And only like yesterday did I realize that actually I have too much time in comparison to a normal week. Like obviously you can't have too much time. And so I'm kind of wasting a lot of it. And because I'm wasting it, I'm not enjoying it, having a bad night, waking up in a bad mood, not getting enough sleep, blah, 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 blah. Fun. And now I've just realized I want to enjoy myself. Enjoyment over pleasure. So doing something which is calm, I can't remember what that acronym is. Ali Abdaal again. Just read his book. It's a really good book. And the last thing is Russian. It'll also be the quote for the video, so I'll say it now. Давай-ка улыбаться нам не только на фото. And it means let's not just smile on photos. It's a song lyric, and it's kind of what's now changed my perspective. Like yesterday I was pretty negative. The day before that I was pretty negative. But now, feeling pretty good, you know? Feeling pretty aligned with what I've done. And because I've done something which I enjoy, and I haven't had the opportunity to be distracted by something which makes me apathetic, as in makes me useless. That's the end of the video. I've got 2 more things to tell you before you leave. Or 3. First one, subscribe. Second one is a question, a pondering question, which hopefully will lead you to some sort of self-discovery. And for me, the answer to this question is Link. Who's your idol, per se? Who's someone you really follow and aspire to be like, and then kind of leads you along the path you really want to be? For me, as I said, it's Link. You know, he's got the Triforce of Courage, he'll do anything to find Zelda, and he's just a really cool guy. Like, who else can do freestanding backflips like that? Come on. And the haiku, which is the last thing I want to leave you on, is about nature, because, you know, I want to get into nature, and I'd like to get a haiku out to remind myself of how nice nature is. So, a step, foot rustles, fallen leaves are on the ground, birds sing in the sky. I hope you guys have a good week. I will see you next week, unless I have a video out. Anyway, goodbye.